Hey foodies, my Nonni made these breaded Italian pork chops and now I'm making them for you. I think every culture has these. A friend of mine from Germany made breaded pork chops like this and it was called Wiener Schnitzel. Anyway, I'm taking Italian breadcrumbs, some Romano cheese, a couple of eggs that I'm going to beat up. I'm using center cut pork chops because I do like them with some fat and a little bone, and that's all that was available at my store. Olive oil. And here we go, I'm beating up the eggs. I do like my pork chops a little bit thinner, but this will do. But you can use any cut of pork you like. If you like them butterflied, if you like them very lean, go ahead and use whatever pork chops you prefer. So we're going to put this in the egg wash. We're not going to use any milk and we're not going to use any flour because we are not going to be battering these. We just want to bread them. So now I'm just mixing the cheese into the breadcrumbs to incorporate those together. This is very simple and very quick meal. So now I'm just going to dredge the pork chops into the breadcrumbs and kind of press them in there so they stick pretty good. And I'm going to repeat this for the other chop. Now I've got my olive oil and I'm going to put in some butter. This is not only for flavor, but it also, the oil helps to keep the butter from browning too quickly. So as soon as the butter's melted and the oil is hot, I can go ahead and add the pork chops. And there we go. So now I'm going to add and fry them up. This is so good. The one thing I didn't show you is we're also going to be using some white wine. So now we're just going to let these cook until they are golden brown on the side that's cooking right now. Had a little technical difficulty flipping them there. So once they are a nice golden brown like this, we want this to be done on the other side, and I'm going to let these cook a few minutes more, probably I'd say about 8 to 10 minutes each side, depending how thick. Or you can cover them up. I used a splash screen, but you can also use a regular lid to steam them if they're super thick. And now I'm adding in my wine. I'm using Pinot Grigio because that's what I happen to have. As long as it's a dry white wine like a Chardonnay, it should be fine. You just don't, want to use like a Moscato or Riesling. Too sweet. And so here's the final result. I'm serving this with some cheesy garlic noodles. And it's so good. And of course the directions will be below. Lissor sweet peas. I'm not a big fan of canned vegetables by any means, but I grew up with these particular peas and I just love them. You guys should try them. They're actually really delicious. So that's our Italian pork chops. I hope you enjoyed. Mangia!